Hello all and welcome to today's Sefer portion. Today we're going to be reading Shemot, Exodus 13 and 14. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Sanctify unto me at the firstborn, whatsoever opens the womb among the children of Israel, both man and of beast, it is mine. And Moshe said unto the people, Remember all of this day, in which ye came out from Mizraim of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand Yahuwah brought you out. From this place there shall be no chametz be eaten. This day come ye out of the month of Aviv. There you go. Sorry, I don't know, my nose is a little bit stuffy. I'm not feeling right, so. And it shall be when Yahuwah shall bring you into the land of the Kenite, and Shittim, and the Amraim, and the Shivaim, and the Yekusaim, sorry, the Yebusaim, which he swore unto your fathers to give you, a land flowing with milk and honey, that you shall keep all of at this service. At this month 7 days you shall eat mastasa. And in the seventh day shall be a feast to Yahuwah. Mastasa shall be eaten all of 7 days, and there shall be no chametz be seen with you, neither shall there be leaven seen with you in all your quarters. And you shall show your son in the day, saying, This is done because of that which Yahuwah did unto me when I came forth out of Mizraim. And it shall be for a sign unto you and upon your hand, for a memorial between your eyes, that Yahuwah's Torah may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand has Yahuwah brought you out of the Mizraim. You shall therefore guard all at this ordinance in his appointed time, from year to year. And it shall be when Yahuwah shall bring you into the land of the Kenite, as he swore unto you and to your fathers, and shall give it to you, that you shall set apart unto Yahuwah all that open the womb, and every firstling that comes of a beast which you have. The male shall be Yahuwah's. And every firstling of an ass you shall redeem with a lamb. And if you will not redeem it, then you shall break its neck. And all the firstborn of man among your children shall you redeem. And it shall be when your son asks you in time to come, saying, What is this? That you shall say unto them, By strength of hand Yahuwah brought us out from the Mizraim, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that Yahuwah slew all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to Yahuwah all that opens the womb, being male. But all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And it shall be for a mark upon your hand, and for frontlets between your eyes. For by strength of hand Yahuwah brought us forth out of Mizraim. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let all of the people go, that Elohim led them not through the way of the land of the Palestine, although that was near. For Elohim said, Lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Mizraim. But Elohim led all of the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up and harnessed out of the land of the Mizraim. And Moshe took all of the bones of Yosef with him, for he had straitly sworn all of the children of Israel, saying, Elohim will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up all of my bones away hence with you. And I took their journey from Sukkot and encamped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness, and Yahuwah went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night a pillar of fire to give them lights, to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Chapter 14. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Hiroth, between Migdol and the sea over against Baal Siphon. Before it shall ye camp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, They are entangled in the land. The wilderness has shut them in, and I will harden all of Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Mitzrayim may know that I am Yahuwah. And they did so. And it was told to the king of Mitzrayim that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servants was turned against the people, and they said, Why have we done this? Why have we done this, that we have let Olav Yisrael go from serving us? And he made ready Olav his chariot, and he took Olav his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of the Mitzrayim, and captains over every one of them. And Yahuwah hardened Olav the heart of Pharaoh, king of Mitzrayim. And he pursued after the children of Israel. The children of Israel went out with a high hand, but the Mitzrayim pursued after them, and the horses and the chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army overtook them encamping by the sea beside Hayaharas, before Baal Zephon. When Pharaoh drew nigh, and the children of Israel lifted up Olav their eyes, and behold, the Mitzrayim marched after them. And they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto Yahuwah. And they said unto Moshe, Because there were no graves in Mitzrayim, have you taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore have you dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Mitzrayim? Is not this the word that we did tell you in Mitzrayim, saying, Let us alone, that we may serve Olav the Mitzrayim? For it had been better for us to serve Olav the Mitzrayim, than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moshe said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still and see Olav the Yeshua of Yahuwah, which he will show to you today. For Olav the Mitzrayim, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. And Yahuwah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Wherefore cry you unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift up Olav your rod, and stretch out Olav your hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And behold, I will harden Olav the hearts of the Mitzrayim, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the Mitzrayim shall know that Yahuwah, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh and upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the angel of Elohim, which went before the camp of Israel, moved and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Mitzrayim and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light Olav by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. And Moshe stretched out Olav his hand over the sea, and Yahuwah caused all of Tavet the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made all of Tavet the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Mishraim pursued and went in after them, but in the midst of the sea, even all the Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch Yahuwah looked unto the host of the Mishraim through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled all of Tavet, the host of the Mishraim, and took off all of Tavet their chariot wheels, that they drove them heavily, so that the Mishraim said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for Yahuwah fights for them against the Mishraim. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Stretch out all of Tavet your hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Mishraim, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moshe stretched forth all of Tavet his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. When the morning appeared, and the Mishraim fled against it, and Yahuwah overthrew all of Tavet the Mishraim in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered all of Tavet the chariots, and all of Tavet the horsemen, and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left. And Yahuwah saved all of Tavet Yisrael that day out of the hand of the Mishraim, and Yisrael saw all of Tavet the Mishraim dead upon the seashore. And Yisrael saw that great work, saw all of Tavet, that great work which Yahuwah did upon the Mishraim. And the people feared all of Tavet Yahuwah, and believed Yahuwah and his servant Moshe. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, hope you all have a great night and a fantastic tomorrow.